about the MRA Chase Homestead predictions and Texas races. So, with that, look at NASCAR Texas crashes. Okay, cool. If you guys need a recap on what happened, here we go. All right, we're live. All right, what's up? Crap. What's up? We're live, I guess. This is Rowdy Nights episode 7, I believe. And we're really just going to go over Texas first, really. What happened at Texas? Let's start with, I guess we can start with trucks. Let's see. Let's skip trucks because we don't know what happened. It was a wreck fest. Whoever Haley won, I think, because of Todd Gilliland choking because his gas. Obviously, that Xfinity, we got Chad Fincham spinning, Jamie McMurray spun. I don't know what else happened in Xfinity. 01 spun. 23 died. Chad Fincham, obviously wrecked. Who's this? Brandon Jones. I'm just going through the list of the wrecks that happened. And then, let's go to the Cup Series. The Cup Series, obviously, Bowman got turned into 21. Blah, blah, blah. Could just skip through most of this. Obviously, Xfinity. Let's take a step back. Xfinity, the whole deal, the white flag with it was Reddick and Cole Custer, I believe. All of that bumping, and I just think it's a racing deal. What do you guys think? Do you think it's racing, or do you think it's too bad?
I think it's a racing deal. I think it's a racing deal, but a few people kind of was like, they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight. Comparing it to Kenseth and Logano in 2015, I was just like, it's just a racing deal. I don't think nothing too serious is gonna happen afterwards. I think Custer might race him a little harder, but that's about it.
Yeah. I really feel the same way about what's it called, about Martinsville last week when we got out up and around on Truex, and I know there's this whole argument going on, but honestly, right now, I think it was a racing deal, and I think Joey Logano did what he had to do to win the race. So
yeah. That's just a short track racing incident. That happens at all the short tracks on the schedule most of the time, and especially you put Final Four spot on the line, somebody's gonna get wrecked for it, no doubt, no doubt. It's just something that's common in NASCAR. That's just something a lot of people flipped out about. People hate Logano again. And people were like, during Texas, they were like, why didn't Truex crash him or whatever? Truex didn't crash him because Truex still has a shot at the Final Four. I could see if Truex was like maybe, if he was like in Kenseth's position a few years back in 2015, where he's not in the playoffs, he has nothing really left to go for except a race win, then yeah, he might wreck him. But right now, he's still going for a championship. That would mess him up bad if he destroyed his car and wrecked Logano, because Logano's still going to go to Homestead and win the championship possibly. So right now, his goal is to stop Logano from winning the championship and win it himself.
Yeah. And then the Cup race, it was a caution with 3 to go, and then Harvick.
Yeah, there's a caution with 3 to go.
But yeah, honestly, I think they got to redo something with Texas now.
Yeah, they messed it up bad.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It started to wear down a little bit, and then they were like, all right, let's repave and redo everything. But then now with this brand new redo, the racing hasn't been that good in the fall. Been mediocre at best.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. We're somebody saying Truex wouldn't have bumped him. He was in the same position last year with Kyle Busch, and he could have wrecked him. Okay, well, JoJo, explain when Truex literally said in an interview, I could have wrecked him. I could have put him in the wall. Maybe he would have wrecked him. Maybe he would have, because maybe, he actually said it. So that's something to think about. But yeah, honestly, I feel like Truex is kind of just whining about it too much if we're gonna go back to that. But honestly, if you get that mad over somebody bumping you for a win at a short track, then you really haven't ever raced short tracks.
Yeah.
Hold on. You know what, JoJo? If he's too nice, then maybe you should look at some of his interviews from Martinsville. Maybe you should just watch some of those. All right, now let's move on to MRA. Let's. Sorry, I'm looking at the MRA Discord. It's great. Let's move on to MRA, the truck race. Let's see who won that. Let me try to figure out who won.
I didn't watch this, so I won't be able to comment on that.
Wait. Oh, it was. I forgot. I raced trucks. I'm like, no, who won I raced the Truck Series race. It was Eldora. It was a great. Honestly, it was a great race at Eldora. Just all around, everybody put in some great effort. We got second in it, but besides the 25 putting me into the wall in the back straightaway, it was great racing. But honestly, I want to do Eldora again, or at least one more truck race before I retire from MRA. But that was some class racing by those truck guys. Honestly, they are better than the Cup guys for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, JoJo, if you say that KBM truck drivers did their best, maybe you should have been there because they were horrible. They were all horrible. Now on to Xfinity. I did not see what happened, but I heard it was a crazy finish at Iowa. Yeah, so heard that was pretty crazy. Eagle winning. We know Jet didn't win. Jet Homestead didn't win the truck race. It was whoever it was. Oh, no, Homestead did win. I forgot that was Homestead in 25 because he is apparently the best truck driver we've seen since Pepsi.
Yeah.
We're talking about MRA. We gotta talk about Charlotte. Literally, probably some of the best racing I've seen at Charlotte ever, maybe. Hold on, I will be right back. You guys can explain what happened at Charlotte.
Charlotte was a very good race. I was commentating it, but it was a very good race. There was a lot of passing throughout the field, and for the lead, there's a whole lot of passes, especially during the stages. During stage one, everybody was just shuffling through the lead. There was no really a lot. There's not a lot of pulling away until about the end. Even then, it was still very close. And the 20 Super, I think it was Super. He won stage one, and then it was the one Spider-Man. He won stage two, which was hold on a minute, which is also very crazy. That stage two was just very crazy. That was showing what the race was leading up to, really. That was showing how the end of the race was going to play out. It was going to be a very close finish, and that's how stage two ended, if I am correct. And yeah, it was very close. That's all I know. So yeah, I'll let Stop talk about the finish since he was a part of it.
Yes. So about this finish, it was kind of like the craziest finish we've had at Charlotte in MRI. It was so there was essentially it was clean racing for the most part. There were a lot of wrecks because at the beginning of that stage we had the quarter cut walls put in, which meant everybody died in turn one. It was really funny to watch. And then after that, it was really nice because nobody corner cut, and the people that did would wreck. But then with like what I want to say 3 to go, we had a yellow, and that screwed up the race because now you bunch everybody back up, everybody's all at each other's throats for this final 2 or 3 lap or whatever it was. And it comes down to the two guys that have nailed the restarts every single time, me and JoJo. So that here we are, literally like at each other's doors. And honestly, there was no way of telling who was going to win. It was just both of us right there, right next to each other, those entire final 2 laps. And JoJo got it in the end. He was on the outside, I was on the inside coming out of turn 4, and he somehow, I don't know how, don't ask me, ask him. I really want to know what he did to make that car so fast coming down the front straightaway. It was a great race all around, honestly.
Yeah, it was that finish. That finish was insane. I honestly thought stop that you were gonna win it, but you just kind of ran out of time really because that's just what happened. But JoJo, man, that was close. He won from what I saw on the camera. I went to like a helicopter like view, and he won by literally his own hood. The hood part was what got him the win. That's about it.
I know, that's crazy. We've seen so much of these kind of photo finishes this season in MRA. And honestly, I think it's leading up to something big at Homestead or in the Chase. Or like I feel like there's gonna be this big thing that's gonna happen out of nowhere.
Dude, I think the playoffs this season is going to be pretty crazy. But Homestead, if you're in the playoffs at Homestead, you're in that Final Four, you better be scared because that finish is going to be pretty insane. From what I've seen, just this race, oh my God, it's just going to be crazy. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a great way to segue into our next segment, our Homestead picks. So, honestly, who do you think the next 2 drivers to get into the Final Four in real life are?
Kyle Busch and I don't know Truex. I think he might. I'm a Truex fan, but right now I'm kind of doubting Truex right now because he's been struggling
Mm-hmm.
last year at this point. I know he was like pretty much locked in to
Yeah.
Homestead at this point last year, but he's been struggling a little bit. This whole playoffs, he's been struggling a little bit, especially after finishing second a lot. He's just struggled. And at what everyone called him a half mile Martin or whatever, that
Mm-hmm.
name's kind of worn off because he's not really been there at the end for a mile and a half, especially like tonight at Texas. So I don't know. It's gonna be Kyle Busch and maybe Martin. It might be somebody like Chase Elliott. I don't know. Somebody from there might be able to go into the playoffs as well for the Final Four.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I think Kyle Busch, and I'm gonna I'm gonna say Clinton Boyer is gonna be able to pull something off at ISM. I feel like it's gonna be Kyle, and then we're gonna see Clinton Boyer do something crazy, like he's saving it all up, and then here he comes at Phoenix and wins the thing by some, or maybe gets there. But I definitely know that I'm a Kyle Busch fan, but like I think Kyle Busch is gonna be able to do it. Obviously, he's running third in the points, and ISM is a good track for him, and I feel like he's going to be able to do it. But then, honestly, I either feel like it's going to be Boyer or Truex. I think Boyer's going to do something crazy at ISM to get him there.
I
Um,
see. I agree with you there. Kyle Busch, he's just been so consistent this season. I have him as my championship pick, honestly. Because Martin, I don't know, these mile and a halves we've been to, he's just not performed. So I think Kyle Busch, he's been there at the end. He's been able to beat Kevin Harvick and all those guys. So I really think Kyle Busch is definitely going in. But I do agree with you with Clint Boyer. He might pull like some kind of Ryan Newman, just dump somebody for the lead. Which I don't blame him if he does. I would definitely do that too if I was in that position trying to race for a championship.
hmm so let's say, now that we talked about our top predictions, what do you think our Xfinity predictions are going to be?
Xfinity, let me see what the points are for that.
I'm here. pulled the points up. This thing, crap, hold up.
All right.
Yeah, here we go. There's Xfinity and there's trucks. So, as you look at these, my final four, I honestly think it's just going to be the top four, with one exception, obviously, because of what we saw at Texas. I think it's Tyler Reddick. I think Elliott Sadler, Daniel Hemrick, and Cole Custer. I feel like it's going to be them. Obviously, Cole Custer. Wait, Cole Custer locked himself in today, right? Yeah. Or yesterday.
Yeah, he locked himself in yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's obviously Cole Custer, and honestly, I think it's the top three.
I think Tyler Reddick might be able to do it as long as he don't have a big mistake at ISM and he stays consistent, is able to hold all his stuff in, and he could probably make the Final Four. I do think he will make the Final Four. Elliott Sadler, though, it's been a little rocky for him, but I think he can make it. And on Daniel Hemrick's situation, I think Justin Allgaier might pull out a win at ISM and knock him out. So my Final Four is Cole Custer, Tyler Reddick, Elliott Sadler, and Justin Allgaier.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about trucks now. Obviously, Justin Halley, he locked himself in. I feel like we're gonna see Noah Gregson is gonna do something. Johnny Sauter and Brett Moffitt. I feel like the top four are your final four right now.
Yeah, I do too. Brett Moffitt, he's got 4 wins this season. I think he's in a good position to really go for a championship maybe. Justin Haley's been very good this season. He has 3 wins. And Noah Gregson right now has 1. He's 23 points above the cut line, I think is what it says right there.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, wait. No, it says 23 points behind the leader. My bad.
Yeah.
But no, I think Noah Gregson might be able to pull off the championship because we've seen KVM drivers, a lot of the development drivers like Eric Jones and stuff. We've seen them win the championship when they're doing really good. So I don't know. It might be between Johnny Sauter and him, but my Final Four is the Final Four right now. So I do agree with you, unless Matt Crafton pulls something out.
He could. He's Matt Crafton. He's done it before.
Yeah.
All right. With that, let's hop into the MRA Division 3 Final Four predictions. I'll go. I guess I feel like we got Homestead, Avia. I feel like Nug is gonna pull something, and honestly, I feel like Av's gonna do something nuts like he always does and get himself in there.
From what I can see on the points page, I think Pepsi, Breezy, Joey maybe could be the Final Four for D2, but for D3, I think it's going to be King, Gray, Homestead, and I think maybe Swag or Nugs Fits pull something out and make the Final Four.
I'll hop into my D2 picks. I feel like, obviously, got my boy Joey there. Definitely Eagle. Eagle has been on fire this season. Definitely Pepsi. There's no way you don't put Pepsi in your Final Four. But I think Kyle Chief. This is a really stupid prediction, but Kyle Chief has been known to come out of nowhere and get these great finishes. And if he does that at the entire rest of the season up until Homestead, he's got himself in there.
Yeah.
Now D1, obviously, I'm not putting myself in that because I've shown no speed this season. I feel like Ellie, JoJo, Lego, definitely. Lego's second right now. I just realized that. And let's go Super. So the top four, but not including me. So Ellie, Lego, JoJo, and Super.
My D1 Final Four picks are Ellie. He has 2 wins this season right now, the most winningest driver in this point right now in the season. And I think Super will maybe get up there, maybe be second points by the time we get there. And JoJo, man, tonight what I seen, he was in last and he came all the way back up, worked his way up. He was patient. He got wrecked out like eight or 10 times, something like that, and he still ended up winning. So I think it's going to be hard to stop JoJo. And my fourth pick is probably going to be you. After what I saw tonight, those good restarts, you're probably going to pick up a few wins this season probably, and be able to lock yourself in. So my final four is Ellie, Super, JoJo, and Stopmania, aka you.
Something I wanted to point out: D1, there was no competition to make the chase. Only 12 drivers have shown up to races. So I just wanted to point out, you guys have nothing to worry about. You don't have to show up to literally any races. Everybody makes it essentially if nobody new shows up. So I just wanted to point that out. But yeah. Also, I see Ethan here. Ethan, you still mad over DPTS? Still mad about that? When you try to take me out for literally no reason at all? Alright, I gotta stop calling out the viewers. Let's hop into some MRA news. Let's start with he's going to be driving the 2018 at Watkins Glen, and I'm going to be in the 07 at Watkins Glen. We're going to have a chance to race each other at Watkins Glen, so that's going to be big. I know Rocky's running that with us too. So, these drivers hopping in D2. I saw coaches in the chat yelling at people now. This is funny.
Watkins Glen, that's like one of my really good road courses. I'm kind of decent at Sonoma, but Watkins Glen is like my Bristol Motor Speedway of road courses. I'm very good there. In the past few times I've raced at a Watkins Glen in any series, I've either finished second or I've won the race. So my chances might be pretty good. Of course, I've never raced MRA before, but I think I might have a pretty good chance.
Yeah. Then let's just take that and hop into. I'm stepping away from the Toyota racing camp from now on. Next season, I will be running for my own team, and I'm going to be leaving JGR behind. So hopefully, we're going to try to find some more drivers. We're going to try to find some more drivers. I'm kidding. We already found like 2. Hopefully, we're going to be able to get it next season because it's Lone Motors. Here it is. I'm announcing it now. It is Lone Motors returning to MRA after a very easy, good ending to our team. Obviously, winning truck champ with Tough Tyler. In that number 32 Alpha Energy car, which is honestly still our best running truck we've ever put out there. But honestly, sorry, you should probably read the chat. This is really great right now. But yeah, so, I can stop reading the chat. I can stop. But yeah, so I'm gonna be leaving the number 07 altogether. I'll most likely be running the number 75 as a throwback to my first ever season in MRA. Obviously season 1, but I could be running the 70 backwards 07, something like that. I would do something like
that. I guess I might as well make the announcement since you already made it. I will be driving for his team, hopefully. I don't know what division. I wasn't really told that, so but we'll talk about that later on. But I'll be driving the number 25 Folgers. What manufacturer said we're going to be again?
Yeah, probably Chevy.
Most likely Chevy. So look forward to that, and I look forward to competing against some of you. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Pretty excited to make my first MRA season.
Yeah, you really got to read this chat. But yeah, so hopefully Lone Motors is going to be able to, we're going to be able to do something crazy. Currently, we have NASCAR Joey, Avia, and yeah, we got a new one here. Yeah, it's going to be great. Honestly, this is going to be literally like my favorite season ever because I have so many great drivers running with us this season. So hopefully, we're going to be able to get a champion.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great. Maybe with me or you or one of the other drivers. That'd be pretty cool.
All right, let's talk about another brand. Yeah, okay. I'm stuttering. I already said it. Brad is bringing back his own team. Brad's bringing back Stover Racing, and they're going back to Chevy, so that's going to be big for Brad, right? Um, oh God, oh God, Ethan just said Excel Motorsports to join LA. God, that would actually be funny. Oh, I think Break is here now. I'm assuming that's Break. As Dodges. Oh, KO's in the chat. What's up, KO? Oh God, Connor's here. I'm kidding. Um. Oh no, this is blowing up now. 13 people watching. This is funny as shit. Anybody want to talk about anybody in the chat want me to talk about anything NASCAR, road racing, anything related like that? Because if not, I will on to our next segment. Oh God, this is funny. Looks like nobody's saying anything. But I guess we'll talk to. Oh, hold on. They got one suggestion. GTA PN. Let's talk about him. Sorry, it's really funny. His injury. Oh, Brad just said Nugfits is going to go to D2 next season.
I just read the streams chat, and I just see Keyboy saying, "Oh my God, Zach!"
Yeah.
I see everyone flipping out that I'm coming back to row racing.
Yeah, it's great. That's why I was laughing before. It's his chat. It's great. Let's talk about the 2019 Mustang and the brand new. Oh, Jet, nice camera work there, man. Talking about the 2019 Mustang and the other two, the new Chevys coming in, the D2 and D3 in real life. So, what do you think of those? What do you think is going to happen with them?
I don't know. I really would just have to see. I haven't really watched a lot of MRA or all that, and I don't really know the guy that well. But I think we might see something. Might see something good.
If I was going to say anything about these brand new cars coming in, I feel like we're going to get the same effect we did with the Camaro in D1 because, obviously, what we saw with the Camaro, we saw the teams not, giving each other information, which kind of sucked. Also, let's, sidetrack a little bit. Ali, or Ally, however, I don't care. I'm gonna say Ali, whatever. Coming to Jimmy Johnson. Essentially, I read up on this, and essentially, Ali is
GMAC. It's GMAC.
Yeah, that's great because that was Ricky Patrick's sponsor, and him and Jimmy were like best friends, and now it's going to Jimmy. So that's awesome. That's honestly like the coolest news ever. I remember when I heard that, I was on vacation. I was freaking out. My family thought I was insane. But yeah, so it was great. This is gonna be really funny. And now we're getting Jet arguing in the chat. This is great. Honestly, oh, like everybody left. Oh wow, you start gold Jake Paul. Be happy though. Let's get to these new type of cars coming in. I honestly feel like they're gonna have the same Camaro effect. Shout out to Ethan for trying to wreck me in TBTS.
Ethan's over here. He says Zek's face looks like he's planning on murdering Ryan Kwan. Ryan Kwan's my best friend. He's aggravated me, but nah, he's too cool for me to murder.
Oof, this is great. I think we're gonna end this in a few minutes. So we're gonna end it now. This is Stopmania signing out.
This is Outlaw and or Zach. Thank y'all for watching.